Motorhead Garage, presented by Dragonfire Tools.com, industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage. And brought to you by PaintedAutoBodyParts.com, the leading U.S. auto body parts online store. Campbell's Custom Care, your detail specialist. And by Dead Scent, start treating your nose to better days.
This is Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. We know if you're a motorhead, you probably love motorsports. Well, the PRI show, the Performance Racing Industry Show, happens every year in Indianapolis. We were there, and you can't get in unless you're in the business. So Motorhead Garage is your backstage pass, and Ted Jones found some really cool stuff on the grounds.
What's the most popular Chevrolet ever produced, folks? 1957 Chevy, part of the Tri-5 Chevys, 55, 56, 57. This is a beautiful example. This belongs to Jeff Lutz. He actually is on the street racing series you see on television. He built that just for that to happen. A really hot LS motor took the place of the original 283 that would have come in it. He's added some custom things like the steering wheel and a custom console and things like that. Of course, it's a beautiful black example of a 1957 Chevy. Take a look under the hood right there. He's got plenty of engine and with a built Be-Cool radiator. And I understand this car is very fast on the street.
Perhaps you want to get a few more miles per gallon, maybe a hybrid's for you. Welcome to this AMSOIL Tech Tip. This Ford F-150, yep, it's a hybrid. And you know, there's a lot of special service precautions that go on with a hybrid, and oil is just as important. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about hybrids. What's going on? Well, you have an ICE engine, internal combustion engine. And sandwiched in between that, well, there's your actually hybrid motor, your electric motor that goes in between that and the transmissions. You could have a couple different types of hybrids. You can have the one right there on the top is a series hybrid. It's just feeding the battery packs, and then the motor and the actual electric motor is driving the vehicle. On the bottom, well, it's a parallel, both of them, the ICE engine, the internal combustion engine, and the hybrids driving it. And you got a series parallel, which everything kind of helps as you're going along. But that's a big problem because this is a Ford F-150, but there's Priuses, there's Accords, they're low compression engines. They don't develop a lot of heat. Oil is the key here, hybrid oil as a matter of fact.
Right, it requires a specialized product because those engines that you talked about have a tendency to produce condensation. And water and oil, they're not friends. So you have to formulate the product to deal with that moisture. We do that by adding rust and corrosion protection into the formulary.
Now, something I've never seen before, Len, is 0W16. I mean, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, 16 weight, that's the thinnest recognized oil out there right now. And with a 16, there's not a lot of room for failure. So you really need to make sure that that oil is built properly right out of the gate.
Now, any hybrid, it's a good idea to put hybrid motor oil in it. I mean, it's specific. Everybody's just dumping normal oil in there. Not a good idea.
No, it's not good in the long run. As you're hanging on to these cars longer, this is where you want to be at. It's going to deal with these issues, provide a nice, reliable, problem-free protection.
Now, these hybrid vehicles are full of technology, so you better make sure that your oil is too. And AMSOIL's up for that task. So if you're driving a hybrid, make sure you go to AMSOIL.com. Check out their hybrid oil selection and all their other phenomenal products.
If you want to be the PaintedAutoParts.com Motorhead of the Week, all you have to do is go to MotorheadGarage.tv or to our social media and send us a note. Walter Cotacito did just that. Now, Walter used to be a Jeep guy until he and his wife Cynthia found out about the new Bronco, and they just had to have one. And now they're all about Broncos. Walter even runs the Las Vegas Bronco Club out there in Nevada. Cynthia is a disabled Army veteran, and Walter has had 2 Broncos built in her honor. Both Broncos were big hits at the SEMA show. Their Freedom Bronco was built by Counts Customs, and it won Best of SEMA in 2022. Walter belongs to an organization called Southern Nevada Off-Road Recovery. They help folks whose vehicles are stranded or stuck, and they help them get out free of charge. And of course, Walter was instrumental in getting the organization's first Bronco outfitted for recovery missions. From spreading the gospel of the Bronco to honoring veterans to helping people recover vehicles stuck off-road, we'd say Walter Cotacito is a first-class motorhead, and that makes him worthy of the honor, PaintedAutoParts.com Motorhead of the Week. Thank you for writing in, Walter, and thank you, Cynthia, for your service and sacrifice. And thanks to you for tuning in to Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. We will do it again next week, and we'll have more great gear for your ride. From everyone here, so long. Drive safely.